Hello, thank you for joining this video about Path Optimizer. So in Journey Builder in Marketing Cloud Engagement. So first of all, what is Path Optimizer? So the idea is that we can compare two emails, two communication, but not only two emails, but also two channels, two paths of customers in Journey Builder. So for example, we can compare different welcome email, different content. We can also compare, okay, what about I create an email and then I send an SMS, or I send a push notification or WhatsApp, or what about I wait maybe 1 week before to send my email and then I send it. So I can try not only two emails but different kind of configuration. All of that in Journey Builder. I can also let the system decide, okay, what's the winning path, and based on some metrics that we would set up earlier. So that's a great tool to do some kind of A/B testing, different tests, see what work, what maybe needs improvement, and that's easy to set up. So let's go to Journey Builder. So I would go there, Journey Builder, and then Path Optimizer. Okay, let's go directly to my journey. Okay, so I created this one, and you can see this is an idea of what we can do with Path Optimizer. Keep in mind that we can create up to 10 paths with Path Optimizer, but I keep 2 to keep it simple, right? And then you can put messages. So maybe I want to put another email there, maybe not. Maybe I want to put WhatsApp, push notification, and so on. But we are limited in flow control. Of course, we won't put join or random splits. It would get a bit too complicated, so we will stick to wait by iteration. And also we can put Einstein STO. Einstein STO, friendly reminder, it stands for send time optimization, and it will use your data, the data that we have about your customer, to know their preferences about when they are most likely to open your email. So for example, it can be a test, and then you can say, okay, I want to see the difference between the same email, but one will use Einstein STO and the other one won't. What will be the difference? Then you can check if you see some things or not. Or you can check, I don't know, two emails but with slightly different content. And so on. We can think about way different things. What about the change in personalization in the content of the emails? You can put some, all of them actually, sales and service cloud activity, or as well as customer update. Okay, but again, in flows, we would be limited. Okay, so you will tell me, okay, Juan, that's great. How do I set up my Path Optimizer? Okay, let's go. So here you will give the activity name. So it will be the name we will see there. So here I will just type YouTube, for example, and description test, to delete later. Okay, then after I will choose the winner evaluation. So here we have two choices. Email engagement. So it's going to choose based on one of these three metrics. So we are going to have the choice between click rates, open rates, unsubscribe rate. So unsubscribe rate would be the lowest unsubscribe rate. Okay, maybe what you can think of is more about click rate, because open rate, we know that with some mailbox provider, we don't always have accurate data. For example, I use myself one mailbox provider that doesn't give the open rate metric. So it can be something to keep in mind. Okay, then you are going to be asked, okay, how do you want the test to last for? You can choose for 1 day, 2 days, and so on, or only a few hours. But here you will have a little message that tells you that basically we are going to test to take the longest path in your Path Optimizer, and then we are going to add this time. So here don't put a 30 days activity and here 1 day, because the test will finish only in 31 days. So we are going to take the longest path plus this time. It's simply something to keep in mind. Or maybe what you will want to is to say, okay, now I don't trust this, or you want to have a more holistic view, and then you choose a manual selection. So it's you that at any point once the journey run will be able to choose a winning path. So you will just in 2 clicks, I'm going to show you, use your favorite, no, the most effective, the one you want, path. Okay, but we are limited to 7 days. So what if 7 days pass and you forgot about it? Then it's going to be treated as a random split. So it's basically going to do 50-50 and the path optimizer won't go any further. Okay. Also, another thing to keep in mind, what if you like this and you like this journey, you want to copy it, but the winning path is already chosen? Then what is going to be copied? It's only the winning path. So for example, here, let's say I choose this one, the path number 2, winning one. Then I decide to copy my journey. Then only this email will be copied. That's something to keep in mind. Okay, then the split. Here we see 50-50, but that's also where you can add until 10 pass, right? But here we see 50-50, but maybe I don't want 50-50. Maybe I want more. I don't know, 70-30. I can do it like that. Okay. Well, me personally, I would prefer 50-50. And then all back. Very interesting one. Okay, so here the idea is that maybe we don't want to send all of our contact, all at once, because after, okay, maybe what's the point if people already been 50% that way, 50% the other way? Then the majority of my contact won't use a favorite path. So maybe I want to hold back to keep some of my customers, of my subscriber waiting to just send a part of them, try the past, and then release everything once the winner one is chosen. So here, for example, I can say, okay, 80% will wait for the winner, while 20% of my data extension will try this 50%, 50%. Okay, so 50% of this 20%. Okay. Keep in mind that you can only work with run once schedule. When we say that, is that probably you know that your journey can be on run once or can be repeated, schedule, and so on. So it can only work with run once activity. Okay, so now I set up everything. Then let's go. Let's see how it works. I want to choose my winning path because that's how we set up the path optimizer. Here I click save. Remember to click save frequently because Journey Builder doesn't auto-save, so frequently click save. Then click validate. Here it's validating to make sure, okay, yes. Here Journey Builder is questioning the fact that I have another 1 day wait activity here. He's asking me, are you sure you want to do that? Yes, I want to do that. I don't mind. Okay, so I activate it. And now only 20% of my poor 12 subscriber of my data extension will use one. Okay. The idea of path optimizer is to have significant data. If you just send like me 12, 10 to subscribers, it won't be really relevant. That's not the idea, right? Okay, so now as you can see, it's processing. Okay, I'm going to show you how it looks like with a lot of data. Here, that's how it may look like. So pass 3 was selected as a winner after a 7-day test with 27 open rate. Okay, and here you will have all the data. Saying okay, it worked like that. It can provide me with some insight. Saying, okay, yes, apparently pass 2 was good about open rate, but unsubscribe rate was kind of higher than pass 1. Anyway, and it will select the winner based on this. So it's not about volume, it will be about time. Okay, it will take these 7 days, and after a 7-day pass, it's going to take a picture and think, okay, who is the winner? Take the winner. Or we can do the manual selection as well. Okay, so here it's processing. Of course, I'm going to refresh to see how it went. I think I'm going to have only one subscriber that went down one pass. It's normal regarding the amount of subscriber I have in my data extension. No, not even. It's still processing. Okay, it's fine. But you know what? I think I already know which winning pass I will take. I will take the second one. And then I select the winner. And here we go. So now what's happening is that it say, okay, now I'm going to release all the old back, so all the 80%, so 80% that was remaining to send to use the email B version. And then we can see that what I did, for example, for this version, I did the exact same test, exact same thing, exact same setup, and then you can see, okay, one went that, and then this one is a selected one. Okay, that's everything for me for Pass Optimizer. Let me know if you have any question. Thank you for watching this video and see you soon. Bye bye.